Hi, it's me again. I've been gone for a while, maybe a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I've had a really tough time deciding what to talk about, to keep my emotions in check, because I don't want to be political, but I have to admit what's happening in the political environment between Canada and the US really, really upset me and had me concerned. I thought, you know, I've lived a pretty quiet life, born at the end of the Second World War. So it's been pretty peaceful. There's been odd skirmishes and small wars that Canada and the US have taken part in together. But now it seems the whole world is at war with itself and its neighbors and anybody that else you can find to be at war with. So that my quiet existence, which I thought would end till the end of my life, seems to have been disrupted. Everywhere I turn, somebody's angry. Somebody's doing something silly, trying to get back at people they have no way of reaching. They, someone's using graffiti or breaking windows or stealing stuff that is of no real value to them. And they're doing it to make a statement, but a statement to who I don't know. If you're angry at Trump and you write some nonsense on the side of a building that you think happens to be US, um, guess what? Trump's not going to see it. And he doesn't care. If you write terrible things about the Canadian Prime Minister or someone who is trying to become Prime Minister, or Zelensky from the Ukraine, if you tear up their flag or say terrible things online about them or write posts or on X, anywhere else you can put a post, they don't really see it. It doesn't really affect their world. They have enough trauma in their own world. And us trying to, I don't influence them, that ain't gonna happen. So it's taken me a while to settle down, but I've also taken the time to create what I hope was going to be helpful to people, to make people realize that unless they do things in a constructive manner, they do things that aren't silly, aren't destructive to no one else but themselves and maybe their neighbors, they could be in peril of actually losing what they cherish the most. And we know that from what we see around the world in Gaza, um, Israel, Africa, you name it, 100 of different places. But right now it's permeated into North America. I'm going to call us North America because we are Canada and the US, and Mexico's included in there. But what's happening is what scares me the most, and that is that we're starting to lose our freedom of choice. Now, granted, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. We can't go up in arms, and heck, in Canada, we don't have the arms, thankfully. I pray that we don't. I'm happy if we don't. But we're not going to bombard someplace with spears and sickles and whatever you used to fight with. America does have a lot of guns. Hopefully, they're not going to use them to actually ensure that their freedom is intact. I'm talking more about freedom of choice in what we say and how we act and how we react to things that are going on in the world around us. So what I did was over this time, while I might not have been online, I wasn't publishing very much. I didn't publish my newsletter, it was all inside. And I took that inside and tried to create a helpful book for people that might be feeling the same way I am and not understanding how important our freedom of choice is. And we're the only ones, us, internal, you, me, individuals, we're the only ones that can really give up our freedom of choice. And we do so in so many ways. But it's important that we recognize the ways that we can maintain our freedom of choice without using our sanity, which I almost thought I was doing over this past little while. Anyway, I've created the book. This is the front end of a video that will talk to you about that book. And if you're interested, there'll be a link in the description below. I hope I'm not upsetting you as much as I was upset, but I needed to share. As I said, I'm nearing the end of my life, but I am concerned about people who aren't, and they have a lot longer to live. So let's hope that this is helpful to you. Might have been cathartic for me. I don't know. My major concern was that it would help other people understand about the freedom of choice, and it's theirs to have or theirs to give away. I hope you enjoy the book. If you don't buy it, that's okay. If you don't like what I'm talking about, that's okay also. I'm happy to listen to any of your comments and to perhaps speak about things that you are interested in going forward, as long as it helps you and it helps other people. I'm not looking just to help myself. Thanks, that's it. Look at the video, let me know what you think.